Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You could join and be a member of this channel if you want more exclusive content. So look, let's get right into it. NBA Youngboy's artist Quando Rondo, he just left his neighborhood. He dropped his flag. He said he's no longer going to be doing any more of the street stuff no more. So look, congratulations to him so he could focus on his career. He just lost Lul Pab. Everybody knows that whole situation where Quando Rondo and his buddy ended up getting followed out the gas station and got hit up and he lost his butt. That was like 2 weeks ago, okay? So now ever since then, man, he's been kind of sad and everything. He's like, okay, I don't need to be getting into anything where I'm having to deal with all this danger. So what he did is to decide to focus on his career so he can continue to make millions of dollars and everything like that. Why would you throw that opportunity away and still be in the street? So he's doing something that I've been telling people. I told y'all that they got to get out the streets and just go with the whole business side of it, because what they have is a big thing going on. Ain't no need to ruin that by still stepping around with the same people you've been hanging out with when you ain't had nothing. And as long as if they're still doing the same negative stuff, then you don't need them. But if they uplifted and they kind of following your footsteps and making sure that they get on the right track, then that's cool. Bring them along with you. That's the people you could save out the hood or whatever if they want to be saved, right? So now look, this thing is that congratulations to Quando Rondo, because what he's doing now is showing that everybody else, like all the people that follow Jada Young and all the people that follow all these other rappers who done got hit up by street stuff, right? And especially the NBA Youngboy fans. Boy, it's millions of NBA Youngboy fans out there, and they all young as hell, man. NBA Youngboy himself is barely 20. And so all the fans NBA Youngboy is like anywhere from 6 years old to like 25 to 30, right? And even some old heads listen to NBA Youngboy because they can basically find, the cigarettes. They both have that in common. Exactly. So now the next thing is that NBA Youngboy is basically like, oh, okay, he doesn't know how to react to this because they be promoting that street stuff in their music. So it's like, oh, is he going to be cool with him not doing that no more? Because how's that going to change in his raps? Now, Quando Rondo going to have to be rapping more about getting money and what he used to do and how he left it. It'll be a different dynamic, maybe more positive, because all y'all need some more positive in y'all life, man, because all these rappers, it all happens for a reason. Everything that they be talking about and rapping and stuff like that is just got bad things attached to it. And so that's why whenever they get seen in the streets and they go back to their neighborhoods, all of this stuff happens. And even in nice places, you could be in LA, just like Quando Rondo was in LA and his buddy got hit up and right there on the streets, man. So what y'all got to realize is that dude is basically starting a whole refresh. He's doing a restart button, right? He's refreshing everything and just focusing on what he need to focus on, because when you get locked in, when he's locked in on his goal and knows exactly what he needs to get done, and he stopped doing all that BS, stop with all the distractions, that's when he's going to be able to make a big hit. That's when he's going to be able to be an artist that could be caliber of getting some type of awards, maybe even being nominated for Grammy, doing collabs with people who now you have an opportunity to do collabs with because you no longer messing in the streets. You see what I'm saying? And so it's just opening the doors to more of the rap game for him to now be able to do a lot more things where he's not having to worry about, oh, okay, I'm not going to mess with these guys no more, because we just, even though nobody has problems, it's just like it will look weird for the people that he hangs out with or claims him from that certain neighborhood, right? Or the fact that it's probably a lot of people out there that's willing to give Quando Rondo a lot of business opportunity, a lot of money, millions of dollars is probably left on the table just because of the fact that he was tied to the streets too much. And all that whole situation with Von and Lil Tim and NBA Youngboy, it's a whole lot of basically crossing paths that Quando Rondo is basically all tied to. And so that's basically like anything could happen any day to that man. And so when you look at it, it's millions and millions of dollars that's been left on the table that he couldn't put onto because the people on the other side that was more business minded, they didn't want to deal with having him has something happen to him in the streets, and then it basically drains their whole business plan. And now he gets eliminated as a business partner. That whole investment goes to the garbage can. And so that's why a lot of people, they don't want to work with no street rappers. They rather work with the trap rappers, at least, who now they're getting money because their objective was to get money in the first place. And so now that they're getting money doing music, they don't need to be doing the trap stuff no more. Basically, that's how that's supposed to go, right? And so now you got people who, oh no, they street rappers and talk about gangbanging and stuff, but once they get signed, they just gangbanged even more. Once they get money from the millions of music, whether they did it on their own or they had to go with a label, they still keep doing that and do it even further and just be having their foot in the streets, trying to think they some kind of mob boss or something like that. This is not the mafia. This is not the mob. You can't be trying to have your way making the millions and be doing all this stuff and you having to dodge the trouble, or the trouble is going to catch up to you. So basically, everybody has to understand you got to pick a lane and stay in that lane, because you never hear, the only people you hear about who done did all the stuff in the streets and made millions and billions is the people like Pablo Escobar and El Chapo and them. And so these guys are nowhere near close to that. And at the end of the day, those are trappers. Those are not the street gangbangers. It's just that they have their security got so big that it turned into be like a gang. You see what I'm saying? And so what these rappers need to understand is that they not El Chapo and they not doing anything close to that. So what they need to do is stay in their lane and get their music money and stop losing all this money and leaving money on the table from you just being in a bad lifestyle and you ain't having those certain opportunities that people like Jay-Z, J. Cole, and all them Kendrick Lamar get. You see what I'm saying? And so that's just what they need to understand. Now, everybody's going to have their opinion. So look, if you agree with that, like the video. Let me know what in the comment section too, what your opinion is on this. Because whether you in Texas, whether you in California, or you in Florida or whatever, you just got to understand that if everybody sees this as, okay, if Quando Rondo leaves the streets, you know what will happen if somebody was to leave the streets, and then now you're going to have the people who were in the streets with him, now they're going to be looking for him as his ops or something. And so they just instantly might turn into haters. You never know, because most of the time in this situation, the people who, when you leave that group, that neighborhood or whatever, that set, they're not going to rock with you anymore. Now they're going to try to look for you, do something to you. So that's what everybody all over the place can understand, right? And so now Quando Rondo just need to cut all them people off, go laser focus in, just chill at the mansion and do his thing in the high class where people can't even go. Guards gated, armed guards, you can't even plan nothing. And if they do, then he's going to be able to have his private security. Now, instead of spending all that money on the dumb stuff he was doing in the streets, he could use that to get more protection and security so he don't end up getting shot up, just like how he got shot up 2 weeks ago with Lul Pab and them. That's basically it, man. So subscribe to the channel, like this video, and come back for another one. Go ahead and join the channel membership. Hit the link in the description, support the channel. Catch you on the next one.